What's going on, you guys? My name is the Raptor and welcome back to another one of my reaction videos. So today I'm going to be reacting to the new Death Battle which just came out, which is Wario vs. King Dedede. Is that the title? Yes, Wario vs. King Dedede. I wasn't sure if it was going to be King Dedede or just Dedede, but Wario vs. King Dedede. So this is the 5th episode of Season 6 of Death Battle, and because I wasn't really too into this one, or I guess I'm not really too into this one, not too into the characters at least, but I wasn't really thinking about it that much, so now it just popped up in my feed. I'm like, oh yeah, there's a Death Battle coming out today, and yeah, now it's time for me to react to it. So like I just said, I don't know these characters all too well. I probably know Wario a little better than I do King Dedede, simply because like all of my information from Kirby comes from Kirby vs. Majin Buu, the Death Battle which came out like forever ago, and Super Smash Brothers, and of course that's not really a reliable source at all when it comes to this kind of stuff, even if they do sometimes take some things from Super Smash Brothers. But regardless, I don't know a lot about the Kirby verse, if you want to call it that, and I don't know that really anything about King Dedede. And in terms of Wario, the only reason why I'd say I want to know him more is just because I'm more familiar with the Mario universe. And even then, I'm not really certain I know everything that Wario's capable of. For both of these characters, I know that I'm going to be getting a lot of information for both of them. But in terms of who I think is going to win, well, first of all, in terms of who I'm rooting for, I'm probably rooting for Wario, again, just because I'm more familiar with him. Or who knows, maybe who I'm rooting for will actually change after I learn more about these characters. But in terms of who I think is going to win, I'd probably have to say King Dedede, but I'm really not sure. The only reason why I say that is because I know that the people in the Kirby universe are really powerful. Like, Kirby's able to survive, a planet exploding, and, he doesn't get hurt at all. Like, sure, he gets dizzy or whatever, but, like, there's no visible, like, injuries to him. Like, you're pretty freaking tough if you can take a planet, an exploding planet, and not get hurt that much. And obviously not every single character will scale to that, but King Dedede is one of, like, the big villains, right? So he's probably pretty powerful. And I know Wario's pretty powerful too, and we know that Mario is really tough too, like from Mario vs. Sonic 2018? Mario vs. Sonic 2018. We know Mario's pretty tough too. So Wario's also probably pretty tough. But honestly, I'm really not sure. So I'm just excited to learn more about these characters and hopefully see a good fight. So without further ado, let's get right into it.
This Mother's Day for a limited time only.
Oh, and also link in the description to the original video,
kit until May 13th.
because this is just a reaction. Make sure to go support the official release.
Genetic insights on health, traits, and more. It's really simple to use. I used the kit myself and discovered a lot of really interesting facts.
Nice.
So this Mother's Day, get $30 off the 23andMe.
I actually heard about a story where like twins or something both took this and they got slightly different results. I'm not sure if it was this in particular, but it was something like this.
Offer ends May 13th.
So, that kind of calls into question, is it really reliable? But whatever. All right, let's go. Wario versus King Dedede.
Every hero has to
Poe the Panda.
Just because your enemy is a little on the chubby side doesn't mean he's a pushover. Are you talking about me? I'm talking about Wario, the greedy and repulsive rival to Mario. And King Dedede, the royal nemesis to everybody's favorite pink puffball, Kirby.
Yep.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And of course you have Smash Brothers.
To analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win
a Death Battle. Oh, that's what it looks like? Okay, King Dedede is way bigger.
Mario,
I'm sure canonically that's probably accurate.
If he's not saving his favorite lady, Princess Peach, he's off saving a whole different princess in a whole different land.
Daisy, Pauline.
Until he returned home one day to find his castle under someone else's control. First off, Mario has a castle? Awesome.
Yes.
But it had been taken by a chubby squatter dressed in yellow named Wario.
That laugh, that's...
Wario is Mario's opposite in every way. While Mario is kind and heroic, Wario is
greedy
selfish and mischievous.
While
Mario is thick with one C, Wario has two, maybe three C's. Let's not. His name and symbol are even inspired by the Japanese word for bad. Wadui.
Wow, really?
Can't get any less subtle than Wario. No kidding. But he's not some random chump. Turns out Wario is one of the 7 star children, possessing legendary power, and even grew up with Mario.
So he's probably pretty comparable to Mario.
Goes way back. While they were children, they played cops and robbers a total of 1,256 times. And despite frequently asking otherwise, Wario only got to be the cop once.
Oh, no.
Dick move, baby Mario.
Yeah.
She should have just left you behind in that stupid crying bubble. Whether or not he was accidentally conditioned into villainy, Wario has 2 main goals. ruin Mario's life,
Yep.
and get as rich as possible through any means necessary,
Right.
including crime, treasure hunting, and even making video games.
He's got the
Really?
power to rival Mario, too. He's super strong and can bash through tons of rock and heavy metal with his shoulder bash attack.
He has
If
hypnosis?
that's not enough, he'll literally chew his opponents up. Ugh,
Yeah.
Just imagine those giant white bricks he calls teeth just closing around you.
He's also weirdly
Yeah.
malleable, capable of being crushed, squished, twisted,
Okay,
and
yeah.
stretched with little to no ill effect.
It was like he doesn't have
However,
elastic
Wario's
powers, does he?
deadliest natural ability is definitely his inexplicable farting.
Yeah.
Whiz, that's no simple toot. This is the fabled flatulence of folklore itself. The atomic vapors of
I remember that
annihilation.
scene.
The waft.
Kind of a lame name after all that.
The waft is a highly
The waft,
specialized
okay.
technique which discharges an enormous burst of toxic gas so brutal it'll topple nearly any foe. When aimed correctly, this blast can even propel Wario through the air like a
Right.
rocket while crop dusting anyone beneath his feet. It's, technically speaking, just majestic.
Technically
Right.
speaking.
Well, that's not exactly
Oh, you missed.
wrong. In some cases, Wario's waft has even been shown to be comparable to nuclear warheads.
Well, based on
By
the
way, I
afterwards,
spent some
yeah.
time in your lab and I made a new invention.
How did you get into my lab?
Oh, nice try. After decades of research, I've discovered how to contain the pure essence of flatulence. Behold, the Windbreaker!
The Windbreaker. That's actually a great
That's-
name.
Nice. Let's move on.
But, like, what does it
I'm
do?
really proud of this. She speaks!
It actually knocked it. I gotta see that again. It actually knocked him out.
Nice. Let's move on.
Listen, Wiz, I'm really proud of this.
Glasses fell off.
She speaks!
He speaks.
Anyway, aside
You're back,
from his
Wiz?
own abilities, Wario has access to numerous weapons and power-ups.
Like his one-of-a-kind chopper. Also,
Right.
explosives.
He's got the bombs, okay.
Redundant when he can fart a nuke.
There's always
Yeah.
room for explosions, Wiz.
Ultra
Check out
Hand,
this
Air Pump
huge blast
Superstar.
of his
Oh, I didn't get to read all of
bombs,
it.
Which he was totally at the center of and survived, by the way.
His power-ups include a jetpack.
Wait, hang on. That's probably important.
Explosions, Wiz. Check out this huge blast some of his bombs caused, which he was totally at the center of and survived, by the way.
Yeah,
Power-ups
but
include a
how much is
jetpack,
that?
a
How much
metal
force is
body,
that?
And even Mario's own invincibility star. He can
Okay.
increase his size by plugging an air pump into himself and just don't question it.
Yeah,
With the
okay, I
dragon
won't.
head, he spews fire. With the eagle statue, he takes flight. And he can even combine both of these to become King Dragon Wario, utilizing both
Dragon
these abilities
Wario.
while dramatically increasing his power and his weight.
And with just
Okay.
a little mouthful of rotten garlic, he dons pink tights to become Wario Man!
Yep.
This super form increases his strength and lets him fly, because he doesn't have enough ways to do that already.
Yeah.
I guess.
He doesn't always need some random object of power to transform. Some of Wario's forms come about because of entirely reactionary means.
He can
Really?
become Bouncy Wario after being crushed into paper, Flaming Wario after being set on fire, Puffy Wario after
Okay.
getting stung by bees, and Fat Wario after eating too much. Well, getting
And
fat's
did he
a
actually like
superpower.
help like a
These
lot?
sound more like excuses than power-ups.
Yeah.
He even becomes Crazy Wario after getting drunk. Though it's just a ball in the American version, because, you know, for kids
But like,
and
does King
stuff,
Dedede
but
have any of those
anyway,
abilities that
I'm
could trigger
powered
any
up.
of that? I
Just
wonder.
Lynn, order another
I don't even
bouncing
remember everything that they
six-pack.
said.
On his quest to
six-pack.
humiliate his red-clad rival and accumulate Scrooge McDuck levels of riches, Wario has
Really?
been through thick
That
and
rich?
thin.
Like Mario, he survived that big explosion in the tennis court, which we figured out is equal to 2.4 megatons of TNT.
Yeah.
But Wario
Because he was in that
survived
too.
the Shake King blowing up in his face.
The Shake King
Is that
was a
even more
pirate
powerful?
with immense electrical power. Upon his defeat, his body detonated, and the resulting blast split the sky. By
Split
comparing
the
blast
sky?
and the parting clouds to a map of the Shake dimension, we determined the explosion's exact energy output to be equivalent to about 96 sextillion tons of TNT.
What?
That's enough juice to blow up a large
96
moon, and Wario was
sextillion
totally fine.
tons.
He can seemingly eat anything, including explosives and his own bike. He can, of course, keep up with Mario, who kicked a 61 million ton castle and piloted the Star Diver at Mach 370.
Yeah.
Also, Wario destroyed the Black Jewel, an entity whose death triggered the collapse of an entire dimension.
So,
Of course.
Does everyone he fights blow up when they
This is
die,
like such
or
ridiculous stuff.
Mario
Like,
may
Jesus.
best him time and time
Sorry about
again,
that.
particularly thanks to Wario's clearly low intelligence. But his tenacity and willingness to never give up is strangely admirable.
This greedy bastard will never stop doing what he loves.
That's fair enough. So now we'll see how King Dedede stacks up to that.
Dreamland is a peaceful paradise.
Filled with some of the most adorable critters you've ever seen.
Yeah.
Oh, look at the little waddle-dees waddle.
But wouldn't you know it, all this pristine prosperity is actually run by a tyrannical, self-imposed monarch, King Dedede.
Ah, yes, the classic dictator.
Now, I probably know even less about this guy, as I said. We don't even know his age.
There's so much horror behind the scenes.
I suppose he did intentionally create a food shortage once, but Dedede doesn't really have
that's
that
rude.
much sway over his questionably claimed kingdom, namely because of one plucky pink hero.
Named Kirby. Yep.
Everyone's favorite lovable marshmallow. Suck it, Jigglypuff. Yeah, this little guy's always been there to ruin the Triple D's schemes.
Schemes which, to be fair, aren't always evil. Like the time he
Really?
stole the Star Rod, seemingly for nefarious purposes, but in actuality to protect his citizens from the villainous Nightmare.
Oh.
It turns out this big
Okay.
penguin's mean side doesn't come from a place of true evil at all. Instead, it's because he's just really jealous of Kirby.
Right. Before
Wow.
Kirby arrived, Dedede was a tubby bird with only a modicum of respect. After seeing Kirby's popularity and success, the king made up his mind. He would surpass the marshmallow.
Okay.
Cue the 70s music.
Still not
It's
the
time for a
nicest,
training
but
montage.
just a
Through
little more
countless hours of
understandable.
Intense work and grueling training, Dedede pushed himself to mimic Kirby's abilities and more. His speed improved, his strength skyrocketed, and in time, he even learned what all penguins hope to achieve one day.
I love how it's like
Inhaling a bunch of
boomstick
air,
at the
he can
bottom.
puff his body up like a balloon and fly.
To be clear, this is not a naturally occurring ability of his. He somehow trained himself to do this. This is backed up with no science whatsoever.
Yeah.
Makes absolutely no goddamn sense.
Well, he can do it.
Let the penguin fly. And that's not the only Kirby trick he copied. His lungs are so strong now, he can inhale entire enemies and launch them at high
Electrokinesis,
speeds. He can even
affection
fire
manipulation?
powerful air bullets that can break solid rock. You know, I've
Really?
been training my air bullet technique too.
You? Boomstick, that's impossible. The human lungs don't have the capacity to...
I got you. But he's got way more up his sleeves than just stolen skills.
Absolutely. Sure, he's got an army of minions at his command, but when he wants to take someone down personally, Dedede jumps into the ring with one of his giant-sized hammers.
He's got a bunch to pick from. His usual favorite
He's got more than one hammer?
oversized wooden mallet, but it can summon freezing ice as he swings it, and secretly features a built-in jet booster to supercharge his striking power.
Yeah.
Oh, you scared? Here I come! Here I come! And boom, bitch! While his move is garbage and smash, it feels really good when you pull it off.
Through the power of the Star Rod, he can amplify this into the Star Hammer. With this magic coursing through it, Dedede can cast several spells. He can increase his size, launch energy spheres, break the fourth wall, and mystically create up to 64 duplicates of himself.
Oh.
Just more penguin goodness to
I mean,
go
that's
around.
really handy.
But when the Big D wants to get hardcore, he dons a mask and whips out his ultimate weapon, the electric hammer. Introducing
the electric hammer.
Mysterious mask Dedede.
Yeah,
He's
it's
huge.
not much of a disguise. But the electric hammer is a definite upgrade over his jet hammer.
Hell yeah, it's way stronger, can blast electricity, and has a flamethrower. Oh, and also a multi-barreled rocket launcher. Gun sword,
because why not?
Good enough. Sniper safe, forget it. Give me a rocket launcher hammer any day of the week.
And remember that army of minions I mentioned before?
Yeah.
Well, Dedede has a weird habit of actually carrying some of them around with him. Like, I guess, in his pocket?
What?
If the rockets aren't enough, he can pull out this spiky sea urchin called a Gordo that's heavy enough to send almost anyone flying. The Gordo's one of his greatest tools, but
I'm not seeing any numbers that like stack up to Wario so far,
Interesting
though.
that he's so jealous of Kirby's abilities, despite having quite a noteworthy arsenal of his own. Thankfully, he has become much less antagonistic over the years, even directly aiding Kirby in protecting Dreamland from time to time.
And He's not the sharpest bird in the box. He isn't all fluff. He can inhale and spit Kirby out with enough force to break through the planet Pop Star's atmosphere.
which means Dedede can spit objects up to 33 times the speed of sound. That's disgusting.
But that's a very specific speed feat.
He can match Kirby in sheer strength. This little guy can hit so hard, he destroyed a whole planet. God,
yeah.
Kirby, why are you wrecking the place where you live?
Planet Popstar is shown to be similar in size to the planet Shiverstar, which strongly resembles a frozen-over Earth.
Yes.
To destroy an Earth-sized planet like this, Kirby must have been striking with a force of over 1,900 septillion tons of TNT.
Oh.
Damn, who would have thought this adorable pink
So that's in the
puffball
septillion tons.
And get this,
That's a little more than what Wario was able to survive.
He's a planet buster that fits in the palm of your hand.
He's shown even greater feats too. And while Dedede isn't necessarily taking this sort of damage every time Kirby lands a punch, he does fight on equal footing with him.
Who keeps making these cute and cuddly characters so freaking deadly?
On a similar note, Dedede is also comparable to Meta Knight, who once casually flew from one end of the galaxy to the other in seconds. Now, Dedede's never done such a crazy speed feat like that himself.
Right.
But keeping up with Meta Knight in fights and dodging a meteor around 160,000 miles per hour certainly proves he's faster than you probably think.
Like when he fought the alien Magellan, who ripped apart a dimension with a weird star-shaped black hole, which Dedede survived. This penguin's gotta be doing some kind of performance-enhancing drugs. Oh, Jesus!
Oh, wow.
Though he still holds a massive grudge, King Dedede has proved his ability countless times, to the detriment, but often benefit, of Dreamland. Perhaps he's earned the title of king after all.
Well, he definitely thinks so. There's only one vote of ruler of Capitan, and that's me, King Dedede!
I feel like I didn't absorb everything I wanted to.
All right, the
but I gotta make my decision.
Run the data through all possibilities.
But first, I need to inhale some food.
By now, you've probably heard of Blue Apron.
Yes, by now I have. Let's move on.
Last minute, knowing I'll have a.
I don't want to overshoot, so I'll just wait it out.
BlueApron.com/battle.
Blue Apron.
A better way to cook. Yeah.
Right now,
it's time for a death battle. Pause it right there. Okay. So now I gotta make my decision. After hearing everything about these two characters, I can seriously see either of them winning. I can see, like, the type of reasoning they would use for it. But I'm just gonna say it right now. I'm still thinking that King Dedede is going to win. The biggest thing is that they talked about how he's comparable to Kirby, and how Kirby could, hit a planet with, like, in the septillions of tons. And when they talked about Wario and his, like, what was it, his best durability feat, or was it another durability feat? They talked about him surviving, like, it was nearly 100 sextillion tons, but septillion is, like, on the level above, septillion is above sextillion. It's like 1,000 times greater. One septillion is 1,000 times greater than a sextillion. So that means that he's pretty strong, and if he's comparable to Kirby, then that means that he's able to, dish out a force like this and take in a force like this. Whereas with Wario, we only saw that being applied to his durability. And with this, it's kind of applied to both King Dedede's strength and his durability. I know this is doing a lot of scaling right now to other characters, but it is probably the best way to figure out King Dedede's best feats or best limits. Although now that I think about it, I'm not sure, when they talked about Wario, were they talking about tons or megatons? Because if they were talking about megatons, then I'm completely wrong here. I'm not going to go back and check. But, and then what else is with these characters? Talking about, keeping up with someone who can move, like, from the end of one galaxy to another, like, that's really freaking impressive. They're talking about spitting someone out 33 times the speed of sound. That's also impressive, but that's also really rather specific. One of the biggest things, though, is that it looked like Wario was more versatile. It looked like he was able to, he had more power-ups, some of them reactionary, but it looked like he had more power-ups and more things to choose from. So I'm really not sure. Although, like, Dedede has a lot of different hammers. I didn't bother to memorize every single one of them. But then if we're talking about stuff like rocket launchers, like, that probably isn't going to do that much damage to Wario, if we're being honest. Because Wario's durability is that impressive. So really, the only reason why I think really that King Dedede is going to win is because of them scaling him to other characters. Like, Wario seems to have better feats of his own, but it seems like King Dedede has better feats when compared to other characters when using scaling. So, and the scaling feats that King Dedede has just seems to be a little bit better than the feats that Wario has on his own. So this is what really is like worrying me now, because if we're just looking at their own feats, what we've seen them do just like directly, then I would want to say Wario would win. But if we're actually using those numbers from other characters, like Kirby destroying a planet, you know, that's really strong. Like, that's really freaking strong. And that's a little better than Wario's feats. And again, the fact that that King Dedede lives in a world that is this powerful, you know, it has a character like Kirby who is that powerful, I'd want to say King Dedede probably has the upper hand. I could be completely wrong. I could see myself being completely wrong. I think that Wario is a little more versatile in general. Neither of them are that smart. They're not really going to outsmart each other. But I think just because of strength, speed, and durability, again, just from scaling, but just because of those, I think that King Dedede he'll pull through eventually. Both of them will have tricks that they can pull out, but when they get in close, I think King Dedede is just going to be able to overpower him. Maybe I'm getting some units wrong, maybe I'm getting some numbers wrong, and that might change the outcome, you know, based on what I thought. And, you know, I don't really have a good set of reasoning for why I think King Dedede is going to win, but I got to go with my gut, and I just think that Dedede is going to win. So if I'm wrong, great. If I'm right, even better. We'll see what happens. So yeah, let's just get right back into it. So they're in a boxing ring, but it's 2D, unlike Balrog vs. TJ combo. So I guess they kind of have a story, but nothing really more than just they're in a boxing match. Oh, it's a cage match. Nice. We got, yeah, Mario and Kirby characters there. All right. I guess I'm still rooting for Wario to win, but I also kind of want to be right. So wait, is he already Wario Man? Right when this starts? Okay, I like that. So I don't know who I'm rooting for now. Let's just see what happens. Okay, I kind of want to be... Oh, are you kidding me? Okay, one sec. Okay, sorry about that. I guess I kind of want to be right, so I'll root for King Dedede. Okay, let's focus on the combatants. That was cute at first, but let's just see the fight. See, I'm not having too much difficulty. Oh. Okay, he's getting the drop on him. Oh, he's gonna become the fire Wario or whatever, like the reactionary power-up. I didn't even think about that. King Dedede has some stuff that can probably trigger that. But I'm not sure if it's enough to pull through. Oh, ow! That was a hard fall. Oh, but he's back to just regular Wario. That might be better for Dedede. What? Oh, okay. Come on, let's just see the fight. This is so weird. He actually ate the... Yes, okay. Good, keep making the clones. That could definitely help. Oh. Yeah, just go around it if you can. Oh, that's nice. That can't be it. Yeah, he's malleable like that. Oh, he's bouncing. Come on, King Dedede, I want you to win. Come on, yes, you can suck him in. Oh no! Oh no, he's gonna fart! I am assuming Wario won. No! He didn't win! I thought that was just gonna be it. I thought that was like just the perfect ending. And they both get big, that makes sense. Although that was funny, like I knew immediately what was gonna happen. And I forgot, like, the whole nuclear stuff. But come on, DDD, you got this! Just keep going at it! Oh, jeez. They're both tired. Oh! The animation! Oh! Hit his butt with a mallet. Or pull him out, yeah. That guy, sure. Makes sense. That's gonna hurt. Is he gonna blow up? Oh my god. Okay. So he won. Yes! Okay, I was right! Probably not for the right reasons, but... Yeah.
Wario sure had the upper hand when it came to versatility.
Yes!
Especially with his reactionary power-up and totally unexpected techniques. Like,
yes.
Who would ever predict your opponent would drop an atomic fart in your mouth? Genius.
Gross. But
well,
ultimately,
both.
DDD still had plenty of counter options to use.
Okay.
For example, his hammer's ice properties could halt Wario's many fire attacks.
And
okay,
Wario,
didn't really put that
DDD's
together,
flight
but makes
didn't
sense.
require any specific power-ups to control the air.
Unfortunately, neither Wario
I actually
nor
wanted to bring that up, but I
DDD have
forgot.
shown their greatest potential speed. Compared to the likes of Mario and Meta Knight, it seems DDD held the advantage.
Yes.
Though admittedly, it's impossible to know the exact specifics of that advantage.
Yeah,
Given how tough
because it's
these
all
guys were,
scaling.
Speed wasn't the biggest factor anyway. What we really had to know was how likely they could even hurt each other.
I know.
mean, they've been through some pretty nasty stuff.
Yeah.
But guess what? Wario surviving the Shake King exploding doesn't stack up to Dedede getting sucked into a black hole.
By examining the
yeah, I think they
eventual
brought that up
rising
pretty
of singularity,
briefly.
We can
But they didn't give us the
estimate
numbers.
black hole's destructive potential. Even the lowest possible option comes out to nearly 86 octillion tons of TNT. That is
Right.
over 5 times more powerful than the detonating Shake King. And again, that's the lowest option.
Yeah.
The black hole's destructive potential is likely even higher than that.
So Wario had
Probably
a hard time
way
landing
more,
any
yeah.
meaningful damage because the big bird was just too tough. But if Dedede's anywhere as strong as Kirby is, and he should be given that they fight all the time,
Yeah.
then he was making hits that were somewhere close to Earth-sized planet
Exactly.
breaking level. Definitely getting the edge over Wario's durability.
Wario's versatility
Yeah.
and tenacity made this an incredibly close bout, but DDD's strength, durability, and speed were just
Exactly.
enough to take the victory.
So I got the
really
advantages
took the
pretty
pain
bang
away.
on, even if they weren't for the exact right reasons.
The winner is King DDD.
Alright, happy I got that right. Especially since I didn't know anything about the
If
characters.
you want the battle music for yourself, you can get it by clicking the link below.
And if you want some more Death Battle, make sure to check out Captain
Oh, you're
Marvel
Sam,
versus
okay.
Shazam over there.
Alright, who's next? Ben 10? And Green Lantern. Ben 10 and Green Lantern. I get it. I get it. Trust me, I understand, the connection. And I'm happy that they're using Green Lantern in a fight, because he's like the only one of the big 5 DC characters that they haven't used yet. Actually, if Green Lantern wins, that means each of the big 5 has won at least one battle. But against Ben 10, again, I get it, but Ben 10 and Green Lantern have way better opponents, in my opinion. Like, with Ben 10, you could do Ben 10 versus Beast Boy, Ben 10 versus Generator Rex, if you want to, Ben 10 versus, who am I missing? I'm missing someone. Danny Phantom, I've heard that one being said before. I honestly think any of those would be better than Green Lantern. Again, I still get it, I understand, but this one, and for Green Lantern, you can do someone like Nova. I feel like that's a way better fight. In fact, I've actually done both Ben 10 versus Beast Boy and Green Lantern versus Nova on my channel in my own Versus series. And that might mean we won't get Green Lantern versus Nova or Ben 10 versus Beast Boy, at least not for a while, maybe not even at all. And based on this picture, are they using only young Ben 10? Or is this would we also be including Alien Force? Because they used an older version of Ben, and Ultimate Alien and stuff like that, because they used another version of Ben, when showing the clips for them in just this little teaser thing right here. So I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a prediction for this one. I want to say I would, but I don't know the full extent of, you know, who they're using for Ben 10, of what they're using for Ben 10. And if they use Alien X, like, that's a big, big difference, like, a big factor in that, you know? Like, Alien X is basically a god, so, you know, I don't really know about that. But, yeah, Ben 10 versus Green Lantern. I guess we'll see what happens there. And again, if Green Lantern wins, then that means all 5 of the big DC characters, being Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Flash, and Green Lantern, would have all won a death battle. So, yeah, okay, I'm excited for it, but I still think they could have done way better with these characters in terms of matchups. But regardless, let's talk about this fight. I enjoyed it quite a bit. The fight animation was really fun to watch. It was really wacky, really cartoonish, and, like, there were times where I actually thought the fight was over, and it wasn't, so that was pretty cool. They had somewhat of a story there. You know, they had, like, a boxing match. We don't really know why they were at a boxing match, but that's okay. There were some parts of the animation that was a little bit confusing, but again, I think it just played into the whole wacky side of it, so I'm fine with that. You know, I guess it's more my fault if I can't really follow along and if I don't know a lot about the characters. The analyses were really informative. I thought they gave me a lot of good information. The black hole feat, though, you know, that was one that I definitely could have used. Ultimately, though, I was still able to pin down all of the advantages. Like, Wario had versatility, but King Dedede had all the physical stuff going for him. But still, it would have been nice to know that advantage. I think they did bring up the black hole feat, and I think I might have been talking over it because I didn't really look at it too closely. Regardless, though, even with the information I had, I figured that King Dedede was probably going to win. Wario's no pushover, though. Like, he's really strong. If he's able to survive the blast that Mario survived and take an even bigger hit after that, like, that's really impressive. So, yeah, both of these characters are really strong, probably way stronger than the creators intended them to be, but yeah, I definitely agree with this outcome. I thought King Dedede was going to win from the very beginning, so unless they said something that, like, really screwed with me, I was probably going to agree with it. I still probably like Wario more. I think he's probably a funnier character to me, and I'm not trying to offend anyone. It's just, like, I still know more about Wario than I do King Dedede, I feel, or at least I've had more exposure to him, so that's probably just my own personal bias. Both of them seem pretty cool, though. And yeah, that's it for the analyses. The analyses were also really funny, I thought. Like, they're like the whole fart thing, like, oh my god, what was that? That was funny, but my god. And again, the fight was funny too. Not the funniest episode I've ever seen, but still pretty funny, like, appropriate for these types of characters. And yeah, I guess that's really all I have to say. Overall, it was a pretty good episode. I do agree with it, and I was really happy to learn more about these characters, because again, they both seem really cool and really funny. But what did you guys think? Do you guys think that, you know, Wario should have won? Do you think King Dedede deserved his victory? Tell me down in the comments below, because I'd really like to hear what you guys have to say. And also, again, link in the description to the original video. Please go check out the official release, because, you know, this is their video. It's not my video. I'm just a reactor. And if you guys could, you know, subscribe to my channel, that'd be so great. That would really help my channel out, you know, along with liking it and comment down below what you thought. Commenting down below what you thought of it and everything like that. But no matter what you do, your view is plenty of contribution. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And that's it for me. I will see all of you guys in the next video. Peace out.